didn't want to put tents, I wanted an open sky. But with this time of the year, you're never sure about the weather. It can just start raining. So we didn't want to gamble, so we had to put the tents. And we couldn't do it on the beach because there was a lot of wind. So the next option was actually where we had put it, and it actually turned out to be the perfect place we could have done it. Everything was easy, and it was actually the perfect place. I wouldn't have, I'm happy we chose there at the end.
Love is like a never-ending melody. Poets have compared it to a symphony conducted.
I wanted more of a rustic, me and him were more into rustic, I would say Lamu style, beige, white, off-white colors. So I thought it would be very nice to have shells, brown on the table, a candle, a lot of shells and candles on the table. And that is what, and a lot of nice warm white colors. And that's what we got actually.
You know, Nancy is a very strong character. So my vision was, more my strategy was, let her do as much as possible. which was actually really working, eh?
Yeah.
Because otherwise everything would have been longer. The discussions about everything. Once in a while I just said, look, this or that I'm not sure about. And that was the location.
Yes.
You can't believe how long we have been talking about it. It was unbelievable. It was like longer than my generator here. I spoke about my generator for 2 years. This was like only for 1 month, but it was so heavy.
That's the only thing we had to discuss. The rest I had to choose myself.
And we discussed it till the evening before. Even when the tents were put, my dad also got involved now. So my dad wanted actually the sitting part, the dinner, he wanted it where the cocktail was. Because there was no wind. It was very windy the last couple of days, except yesterday, thank God.
I refused completely.
So at around 11 o'clock, the guys all said like, okay, we all want to move it now to the front. And then the Belgian honorary consul, Lou, came in between. And he's very diplomatic. He's a diplomat a bit, you know, as a honorary consul. But he came in then with the thing like, look, maybe it's better down there, but if you move it now, you're gonna create tension. And straight away the guy said, okay, we leave everything the way it is.
Where we are in Munje, and it's actually mamas from around here. So for them, it's a nice support, and they actually come to sing for our guests every Friday, and that was a gift from the villagers to come and give us to sing and give us as a present for them to come and sing for us, and it was nice.
It's actually a nice touch.
It was a very good touch.
It means how well we are welcomed in this area as well.
Now the orchestration doesn't seem so rich. Seems to me you've changed the tune we used.
We wanted to incorporate Swahili and Belgian dishes, and we also wanted to showcase a little bit of what we offer in the hotel, because our food is very, very good. And we wanted to show what is happening in our kitchen. And our staff also made a Belgian dish. It's called
Stoofvlees.
his favorite. It's cooked in beer, no water. And it was also very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used the lager, we used Tusker. Like the chef went to the drafts, and my dad, you know, every guy wants, when there is a draft, you know, it's like a thing. And my dad was like to the chef, what are you doing? And he's like, yeah, I need it for the stoofvlees. Oh yeah, it's true. And then he took like an ice bucket full of beer.
Yeah. We served salads. The salads were from the hotel, and the stoofvlees was from the hotel, the beef stew, and the desserts were from the hotel. Yes.
The perfect family. It's now Nancy, Frederik, and 2 beautiful children, Chloe and Neil, and 2 geese, and 2 ducks, and 2 hamsters, and 2 turkeys, and 2 rabbits, and budgies, and 15 dogs.
I've had a few to drink, so it's a bit difficult to read.
Yes, put your hand on top of Nancy's.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be known to all that this is the last time, my brother, you will have the upper hand.
So, Freddy, all I can ask, please, my brother, make sure, the same way you've taken care of your property here, keep on upgrading her lifestyle, keep on maintaining her, and please, for God's sake, service her regularly. A big applause to some of the people who are here to cover the whole event. Nancy, today I have lost a brother to you. And all I ask is please to love him, to care for him, to support him, to respect him, and lastly, give him regularly some good jiggy jiggy. Because you know what, Nancy, I have faith in you. Because I believe you're the right woman and the best woman to take care of this young man here. So with that, mad love. Guys, can you have your glasses charged? And men, be upstanding, please. Men. To Freddy and Nancy, may your ups and downs may only be between the shits. And shits as in your bedroom. You get it? Hey guys, to Nancy and Freddy.
It's crazy to stand here. If there was one guy I would have put all my money on that he would not be standing here, it would have been for myself. First of all, I would have lost everything, every penny. Okay, I made 2 mistakes.
Ah.
Yeah. Huge mistakes, but still, first of all, I should have asked somebody of the Belgian crew to speak, like the guys who I know very long. And then number 2, I also I didn't mention Nicolas, my cousin. And we spent so much time together all our life. And by here, I'm making it up to him. That's actually my plan. So he's gonna laugh when he hears this. Because he actually came to me like, Frederik, you know. But you know, when I do a speech, I do it very much out of my heart. And I actually look around, and that's when I talk about the people I see. So what I'm gonna tell him as well is, make sure in the future you want to be mentioned, position yourself better.
Coming up next.
The cake is fake. Yeah?
Later.
I'm more of a Nandi than an Arab.
For better, for worse, I will love you.
This is My Dream Wedding.
Are you looking for a career in the wedding industry? Join the Wedding Members Business Academy. Our training program includes wedding and event planning, flower arrangement, draping and etiquette consultancy, emceeing, wedding photography, stationery, and small business management. Our graduates can attest to the fact that we are the best. Call 0722 480068 or visit www.samanthasbridal.co.ke. October intake ongoing.
My dreams came true.
This is My Dream Wedding.
I'm not alone in the night.
The whole theme was surrounded by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. So I told her, this is my theme, this is my colors, work with this. And I didn't see my cake until when we were going to sit down. I only saw it on a picture, and it was just the way I wanted it. And the taste, I've just tasted it now actually, I had not tasted it. And it was really nice. And it was also the cake, we were actually doing it as a dessert. At the same time, it had a note to say thank you for being with us for the dinner and for being there for our wedding. So it was serving both dessert and a party favor.
The cake is fake. Yeah, it's plastic. And there is a part of it, which is real. That's where we cut. And the reason is that you spoil too much otherwise, and it's too long. So you just cut there, and then afterwards, the packages of the same cake are given away. And that's pre-made now. So it goes faster and it's better.
Yeah.
But my guys in the kitchen did not know that. So when the fake cake went back to the kitchen, they tried to cut it now with the silver knife. And they cut so hard, they broke the knife. The knife is broken. So I wonder, I'm going there, I'm wondering, guys, how can you eat a cake that is stronger than a knife?
The whole idea of having the cake behind, to have a fake cake and have a piece, I went around asking how much a cake, and when I showed the picture, a wedding cake is ridiculously priced. That's according to me. I'm thinking, there's no way I'm paying that much just for a cake. Yeah, so I spoke to her and she said, to fit your budget of a cake, why don't we do it like this? Why don't we make a perfect cake the way you want it, and make a small piece where you would cut it, but then make a really nice tasty cake to divide it among the guests. And I thought that is the best idea I've ever had. And it was really nice. And I think it really worked well. I didn't want to pay anything more than, let's say, 20,000. I wanted a good cake, but it should not be more than 20,000. People are talking about 70, 80, 100 for a cake. For me, that was ridiculous. I had to pick shells from the beach, and she made a perfect mold of shells. So the shells were eatable. Yeah.
They ate it in the kitchen, those things. It's true, eh?
Yeah,
everything was still there. We only found the broken knife and the cake with all the shells.
So Frederik had just built this first house, and he was starting to look for staff. So he came to Utali College with his parents, and I went for a normal interview the way anybody would go for an interview. And we were interviewed about 7 of us, and I think out of the 7 people, he took about 5 of us, and out of the 5, I think we came 3 of us. So then I started like that. I was a chef for about 8 months, and it just started. But for the first 8 months, it was purely professional. Me as a chef, he as a boss.
I remember like after 2-3 months, I became in love with her, but she was my employee. So there was a conflict here. But still, you know, she was cooking very well. Love goes also through the stomach. We continued chatting to each other. I had some nice DVDs from Belgium, which were subtitles. We had the same type of humor. In the morning, I was asking her, which episode have you reached? And from one thing came the other, although I had to fight, like fighting. Eh? So it took me long, actually, the longest ever for me to fight for something. It took me like 8 months, because we got together in, this is unbelievable, we got together 18th of July 2007, and we are getting married 18th of July.
Love is like a never-ending melody. Poets have compared it to a symphony.
The after party was very nice. I wanted lights. I always wanted on the beach, but I didn't go to the beach until when I went for the after party, and he had put sand on the dancing floor, and it was very good.
Very nice.
It was very good. We had put the tent thinking it was going to rain, but it didn't really rain, with the funzi chairs and the fireplaces. So it was actually very nice, cozy, relaxed. It was good. It was good. I just wanted to get, now I was just tired of the heavy dress, and I wanted something simple, and it was just something out of my wardrobe. Yeah.
To me, you've changed the tune we used to sing, like the bossa nova.
We were down there, it was again another function, another setup. People were curious. The lounge bed for people who just want to relax a bit. And then for others who want to dance, they danced. What I'm very happy about was security, in the sense of we had no accidents, not even one. Because if you combine alcohol with water, pool, the floor is slippery, you know, and then you create a big risk of accidents. So I was so happy, and actually I have to be honest, that was my only worry, big worry.
There were more people from my side than his side because his family is very small. He only has one uncle, one auntie, and a brother, a cousin, and 2 cousins. So his family was less than 12 people. The rest were just friends. Yes, and on my side, I had my mother. There are 7 in their family, and they were all here. And then I had my cousins, and so my family was here. Everybody was here was actually my family. So there were more than his side. We are 2. I have a big brother and me. And my brother is married and he has 3 kids. Unfortunately, my brother could not make it, but the wife came. My brother is with KDF and he's in Somalia at the moment. So I couldn't make it. But background, my mom is Kalenjin, she's Nandi, and my father is Arab from Malindi. Yes. I actually lived with my mother most of my life, so I'm more of a Nandi than an Arab because I've lived more in Eldoret than in Malindi, so I associate myself as a Nandi. Yes. My father migrated so many years ago. He went to Eldoret, I think as a young teenage boy, and met my mom and fell in love, but I think due to culture and my mother didn't want to change into Muslim, my father was not ready, you know, and they didn't really part ways, but they drifted apart. Then my father moved to another country for so many years, and so I was raised by my mother actually. So all my life I was raised by my mother. So I actually didn't know my father until I was about 18 years old. So let's say between 16, I was around Form 4. So that's when I actually met my father for the first time. And ever since, he's now part of my life, actually. Unfortunately, my dad didn't make it. I don't blame him, because I know he does a lot of community work. Because today is Eid, and my father is a very staunch Muslim. We didn't have a wedding coordinator. We were doing it, we were about, I would say, 6 couples, and we divided jobs among us, among the friends, and it was all done. And on the last day, now the wedding itself, one of our very good friends, Julie, she was running around making sure everything was going well, and it all went well. Whatever she managed to do, I think I could not pay her enough. It was true. I didn't see any fault. Whatever happened behind, I don't know, but for me, everything, and I think for you also, everything was just the way we wanted. She did a good job. Msambweni, that is Frederik's family. They all came from Belgium. There are about 12 to 15 people. They're all staying here.
Oh, very, very surprised. And for them, it has been a party for 1 week. And that's something that I think is nice in this place, which I realized for ourselves now. If somebody from Nairobi, for example, has a wedding here, you ask your best friends and closest family members a few days in advance, you're all together. And then the big party, just the way we did it, everybody comes down, but for your big friends and family, you have actually given them a gift to stay here for a couple of days and to really bond. I had actually the time with everybody because they were all here for almost a week. And they all arrived a different day. That's a big advantage because then you welcome them and you take time for them. So, and on top of that, they had the privacy. See, that's also something that I realized was so amazing here. That my parents, they like their privacy, and when they want to see somebody, they go to the main house. But nobody will come in their villa unexpectedly. And the same with the other 2 villas. I think that
they had fun.
Yeah.
I think they all had both